Hello, I'm Bill Lancaster, and I'm going to be your host for this video on using the skew. I am not an expert at the skew. I'm a beginner. Hopefully you're a beginner too. But I've seen some guys do this thing, and I just went off to the American Association of Woodturners Symposium. You see my logo in Chattanooga, and watched Eric Lofstrom use the skew and learned some things from him. Alan Batty is the other expert at the skew. So if you really want to know how to use the skew, be sure to watch their videos on YouTube. Alan Batty, Eric Lofstrom. So they're good at this. Now what I'm going to do is I've got this piece of basswood, which is a very soft, light wood. Carvers love it because it carves like soap almost. It's so easy. So I've got it mounted here on the lathe between centers, just between centers. And I'm going to turn it fast. I've got my lathe, the belt is down on the low speed, but I'm going to turn it as fast as it'll go on that low speed and try to do this skew operation. I've got 3 skews. This is the one I really like the best. It's a Carter and Sons brand skew. I've got it ground at about a little less than 20 degrees per side, so a total of 40 degrees, and I've honed it. This is a looks like this is a crown tool. This also has a radius. You see that curve on the end? It's a radius, called a radius. And so I think that's a better way to go. I've got some flat ones. This is one of the flat ones I've got. This is another crown tool, and I've got 2 of those that are flat. Make sure that this bottom edge of it here is ground so that it doesn't catch in your tool rest. And you have to dress your tool rest with something to keep it smooth. So I put some wax on this. I'll see if it's got a little notch there. I probably should file that notch out because it will catch your blade. So I'm going to mount this camera so you can see it, hopefully, and I won't have to worry about whether you can see this thing or not. If I mess up, I'm going to start over again. But hopefully I won't mess up. I've tried this thing, I've done a few practice runs on some stuff to try to get it to where I can actually do this, and so we're going to try it. I've got a life center here and a safety center there, just a cup, and I'm going to put on the mask for safety. And you have to remember your basics on this. A, attach. B, bevel. C, cut. So we're going to do it in that order. And there are 2 moves you do with this skew. One is you do a kind of up, down, like that. And the other is you do a side to side, keeping the, you see I've got the tool handle against my body the whole time. So here we go. We're going to try first a peeling cut, then a smooth, what I call a smoothing cut. That's not the right name for it. And then a planing cut. So I'm going to stick out of the line of fire and get this thing going at a pretty high speed. So that's it, as fast as it'll go. That's 1240 on the low speed. And I'm just going to try this number. And so we're going to do a little A, B. Here's a planing cut. And that, of course, screwed up. So this moved on me. I don't want that to do that. Try to get that thing attached. You see I knocked a chunk out of it here, but that's okay. We're going to smooth that out anyway. So let's try it again. Tighten everything up again. Make sure it's good and tight. And let's try this. The skew is elusive, let's face it. I've been told it's only good for opening paint cans. Well, I hope it's better than that, but again, attach, bevel, cut. I'm going to go right in to try to get this thing to do it won't be quite round when I finish with it, but we'll fix that. I'm going in, kind of skipping up with it, just like that. Why do I feel like this is not secure? Now let's try it again. Now if we stop this thing, you're going to see that it's not a very smooth cut. I'm just taking off wood. You see how this is all torn, and I've got a flat area there. Got a long way to go, so let's keep going. Okay, low, attach, bevel, cut, attach, and this is kind of fun, you know. You're just taking off wood, but you're making it round. And so let's keep going. I'm going to show you two other cuts after this peeling cut. I forgot the second rule, which is to first you want to attach, then do the bevel. If you stick the bevel in there first, or the edge in there first, you get that whack like I did just there. So let's keep trying. We're going to make this thing quite a long thing here. And you see I'm not using the whole width of the skew chisel. I'm just using about 1/4 of an inch of it because I don't want to bite off more than I can handle. Now, let's have a look at it, because I want you to see what you get when you first do this peeling. See, it's not really done all the way. I've got some flat spots on it. Got a chunk out there. So let's keep going and do some more. I'm going to tighten everything up again. Make sure it's good and tight. And I'll move the tool rest in a little bit, because I've peeled some off now. Got less wood. Try to get these tool rests parallel to the waves, and you want the skew to hit about the center line of the wood, or a little above. I've got it above. I'm going to lower this tool rest a little bit. Let's try that. Okay. All right. Now the second thing I'm going to be doing, and that's going to be getting these flat spots out, is doing a smoothing cut, which is holding the same way. I'm just going to be doing it attach, bevel, and cut. I'm doing my side-to-side motion. You'll see that the skew chisel itself is staying straight like this. I'm moving with my body. So that's what you have to do here. You don't want to change the angle of the tool so much. I should do this without moving my feet, but I'm about to move them because I can't quite reach that other end. If I started out a little more if you want to go from bottom to top with one pass, you position yourself at the end, then you reach back and start it like that. So I've got another flat spots to go here. Do some more. Attach, bevel. cut. The left end is a lot smoother than the right. Right there it starts to give me some problems, so I'm not sure that what's changed. Probably the diameter of the piece. Let's see what I got now. That's okay, that's finally round. Now, what I want to do now to make it really smooth, it's called a smoothing cut, but it's not really smooth yet. What we're going to do is really want to make this thing smooth by doing a little different cut. I'm going to start on this end. I'm going to just angle the tool a little bit, and I'm just going to raise this right side. See that little flex there? I'm going to raise it and catch that part of the tool right here on the bottom, not the bottom corner, but just above it, and I'm going to go across and do a planing cut. Attach bevel. Okay, let's see where we are. Now that's really, it's not all the way smooth. It's pretty smooth. I would do that one more time. But you see what I'm doing there? What you think of as planing is this, like a plane. That's not how the cut's done, though. The cut is done like this. So you see that the chisel is across the grain when you go down it. Let's do that one more time. Attach, bevel, are we lifting it? Oops, problem. I got a little too steep with it. Trying to go too fast. The skew is ground at about a little less than 20 degrees per side. It makes for a total of a little less than 40 degrees. So this angle here is a little less than 40 degrees. Okay, now that's pretty good. I've got some dig out parts right down here where I have sort of gone in there a little too aggressively, I think. A little dig out part there and some along here. Now that is kind of the three pieces I've learned so far. I'm going to try one more thing which I think I can do, and that's to kind of round off this edge here like this. So I'm going to start out here and go like that. You gotta raise up and turn over at the same time. And remember ABC. Attach, bevel, and that's why you use the safety center. That's a bad catch, folks. That is a bad catch. I'm going to try this again. Let's try this again and do it a little better. Make sure everything's tight. Attach, bevel, cut. It would be nice if I really knew what I was doing, wouldn't it? Try adjusting this thing again. We've got pretty good catch there, another catch there. Try this again. See if I can get this thing smoothed out. Dadgummit. That's the way it goes. See? Tight, tight, tight. Attach, bevel. Cut. Okay. Try again. Well, you see I've got a mess. Starting back here, trying to do this again, and you see what a difficult thing the skew can be. I think I must be going up grain. Let's try going the other way. It's worse and worse and worse. Okay. Well, folks, I tell you what. I'm just going to quit and look at a subsequent video for something better. I think I can make that smooth with a roughing gouge. But I'm trying to learn to do the skew, so that's what we're going to stay with, the skew. I've got a mess here, and obviously I'm doing something wrong. So let's try it again later, and watch for the next video. Goodbye.